Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial, and in this one we're going to be making a small sort of medieval England Bree style house. So I've laid out the materials that I'm going to be using, and this is heavily Conquest dependent in this actual tutorial. So the base materials you're going to need are oak logs, cobblestone and snow, and I actually need to use the meta stick on the snow to get this one. 80:7. So just keep that over there and that over there. We'll probably need them later on. So I'm going to go through the small house that you might have seen in my video where I was just explaining all the sort of stuff that's been going on with me recently. And we're going to start off with a very simple 3x3 square. Now a 3x3 square is actually a 5x5 square. I call it 3x3 because in between these pillars you have a gap of 3. So start off block like this. Then you're also going to come forwards a block and do another 3x3 square. Okay, so this is what the house should be looking like at the moment. Now the actual dimensions are 5x10 for this house, but it's slightly staggered and you can't really tell. So you've got in your basic format here. All you're going to do then is build each up by 2 pillars. So they should be 3 high. Then on each of these you're going to go up an extra one and come out one. And the reason I said to do these separately is because once you've finished bringing all of these blocks out like this, you're going to go back and delete all of those corner ones you've just placed. So these should still be 3 high, not 4. Once you've done that, use your sideways log just to join these all up like this. And there, and one here as well. And then you're ready for the second floor. So the second floor is going to go up by 2 blocks, and then just do a simple upside down V A-frame roof. And I'm going to do that all over the house. Okay, so once you've done that, you're now ready to place in your extra blocks. So around the base, we're going to do cobblestone, leaving a gap for a door. And then everywhere else, we're just going to do a simple 3 high wall, just in between all of these logs around every side. And it's really down to you where you want to have windows and what you're going to do for the interior. I just like to put one right here, and that's actually going to be the only place that I have a window on the downstairs layer. Next we're going to take our snow block and, very simple, just fill in all of these gaps. So you've filled in all of those facades, and that's pretty much it for the sort of main exterior materials. Next we're going to be going into the roof. So to start off with the roof, I'm going to take my grey stained clay and I'm going to place 1 block on top of each of all of these log blocks at the top here, and just keep going around the whole house until all of those blocks are placed. And then becomes the sometimes harder job of joining these all together. It's really simple. All you have to do is stand sort of in the middle of your house. This bit will actually get confusing. And just bring all of these blocks across until they join up like this and get sort of the L shape going on. So we just do this here. I'll do it over here as well. So place a block there, there and there, and then make sure it joins up so you get that extra block. Join all of these sides up as well. Now like I've just said, this bit will get confusing, and that's because the house is staggered, but that's what makes the roof a little bit more interesting. So what I'm going to do is join that up there and that up there, as you can see, so we have that shape of 3. Then we're going to join these up as well, just like that. And then really simple, just come across here with 2 rows of blocks like that. So really it's not that confusing when you break it down and do it slowly. Once you've done that, we're then going to take some spruce wood stairs and a slab just in case. And we're going to add an overhang to this build. Now the overhang is going to go on the edge of these clay blocks, so there will be a corner of the clay sticking out over the wood stair. and you're just going to go around all of these and place them like this, and this is where the slab's going to come in. The slabs are bugging out. You're going to place a double slab or full block here and place a stir block on top, so you get this shape. And you're going to do the same everywhere with these stir blocks. So make sure the corner is on the faces of the clay, and then you're going to go underneath as well, placing these stir blocks. I'm just going to turn off the shaders just so the sun glare isn't as bad, and you can just place them in like this and it makes it look a lot nicer. When you get to these corners, you're just going to simply wrap the stairs around, and then you're just going to go up the houses to the other side. Same again, come underneath, place your stir blocks underneath just like this, and then on top you can place your full block and a stir block like that. Or if you think that's too tall, you can just place an upside down stir block just like this, and that adds a nice frame into the house. So just add one here. I'll go through this back bit one more time because this bit might get confusing. Just join them up like this, and then come down here, do the same there. Just place them for all of these clay blocks are sticking on the corners. Now when you're doing the downward stir slabs, you're going to carry this one on, but you're not going to do it like this, because this part of the roof will be an upside down stir like that, and I can't really explain that why. This is one part of the roof, so it's going like this, and this is a second part of the roof which is intercepting it. So one is going, you know, upside down one way, and one is going the right way up that way. Don't forget to curl off the corners with your stairs, just wrap them round, and it's really simple doing the clay. Okay, so that's it for the easy part. Next is the styling of the roof for what I was doing. Now this is where the nether brick stairs come in. So this is a personal choice, and a way you can do it is just by, you know, adding bits of your clay in like this and just making it really bulky. That's one way you can do it, but I like to use these nether brick stairs like this, and it just adds an extra bit of a dimension to the plot, to the roof, sorry. Just by adding bits in here, and especially this bit that's sort of 2 blocks wide, you can swap both of those out for stairs, and then you've got a really small, nice little ridge going as well there. And by doing this, you can get these nice little breaks in the stairs like this, and it really makes the roof look a lot more broken down and a lot more random, which is one of the great things about the Conquest texture pack. Now at the moment you're probably thinking, well, these stairs don't match with the roof and it all looks a bit strange, and you'd be right to think that. But what we can do is change the actual metadatas of these quite simply by doing using the metacycler stick. And I'll show you that in a minute. You want to try and avoid joining these stairs up with bits of the wood as well. That's something I don't think looks quite right. So once you've randomized it all and you've got your stir blocks where you want them, then you can start to use the meta stick. So you're just going to get the stick and hit it, not that one, hit it a few times until you start to get this coloured texture, and you keep going until it faces the direction you want. I'm going to shift and left click and find all the stairs that are facing that same direction, and just change all of the blocks manually. There's not really an easy way to do this. It is just something that's going to take a little bit of time, but things that take a little bit of time tend to make your builds look better. So I've done that one. Now I'm going to do the one that's facing this way, and just right click, change those all around there. All of these, one can be changed. That one. That one. And I think that's it for those. Oh, one there as well. Change all this direction round. You can see this is really, really simple. This is, you don't even have to think really why you're doing this. This is just nice and simple, and it looks great. It's a really good effect. And then we can change all these round as well, and we should be done after this. There we go. Oh, missed one. I always miss one. Okay, so as you can see, it makes the roof look a little bit more broken up, and you can always add bits back in like that. Maybe you wanted to keep that stair block there. Just copy that over. And it makes it a bit more jagged, and it makes it a bit more interest in the roof, instead of, as you can see from this bit, it's all quite flat and quite blocky and quite, and same again here, it's all sort of quite uniform and it all follows the same pattern, whereas this, it's a bit more messed up and it looks a lot nicer. Now you can do change the biomes of these stair blocks, and you will get the darker version that we've used in the clay, and then you can also mix in the cyan clay, which is the lighter version, and that will mix in well here. But I don't really think you need to. It depends on how many of the stairs you use and how many of the blocks you use, and you want to get a good mix of both. Okay, so that's it for the roof. Now I'm going to move on to some smaller detailing for the outside. I'm going to take a cobblestone fence, and I'm going to go for the dark oak texture log, this one, and you're going to place one at the bottom and one at the top of these little pillars here, and you're going to do that all around the house. Just keep going round all of these pillars and leave out the gap in the middle, and that'll make sense in a second. There you go. Then you're going to take the darker fence, which I think is just one click, 85:1. You're going to take that and place those in between those cobblestone walls that you've just placed, and do that for the whole entire house. Okay, then once you're done there, you're going to get the normal version of fences, so 85:0, and you're going to place those in the middle of these 3 block gaps. So make sure it goes in the middle, like that. Then you're going to need a fence gate and a full block. And the reason you need a full block is to place here and here. Place the fence gates on top and then delete those full blocks. So watch again. Place them down like that. Fence gates on top and then delete the full blocks. Now the reason you need to do this is because you can't just place fence gates. There needs to be a block underneath the fence gate for it to be placed. You can do it that way, but it's just quicker like this. So do that again all around the whole entire house. And that's about it for this video. There are lots of other small details that you can add, such as buttons and trapdoors. You can put windows in up here, and you can also do all the interior and add chimneys and things like that. But that's about it for this tutorial on the exterior. If you want to know how to add extra details, I will put a link in the description to one of the videos that I have uploaded a few weeks ago for how to like house exteriors. And just before we finish, I'm going to go and show you what this house can look like when you spend a little bit of time on it. So as you can see, we've got this nice roof going on here and all the broken bits. I've also got a more detailed and a larger house here. You can see all of the extra details by changing the snow blocks, adding little flower boxes and shutters, and then the interior in here, it's really small, but you can actually do quite a lot with it. And upstairs we even have 2 bedrooms. Yep, not 1, but 2 bedrooms. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.